Next Generation Emergency Services, connecting people in need with the resources that can help. I'm Mark Fletcher, Product Line Manager for Emergency Services at Avaya. Emergency services today and tomorrow involve a very different network architecture. Today, we have enhanced emergency services. Enhanced 911 and 112 can deliver detailed caller information to the emergency call taker. But the information is limited. Information is communicated from the caller to emergency services using a location by reference model. Location by reference requires that the receiving party look into a database with a reference key, the phone number for example, and extract the location information in a separate transaction. Emergency call takers are often geographically isolated from each other by both distance and by network connectivity. Therefore, the information collected at one point must be manually provided to the next point of contact in the chain of care. Next generation emergency services networks span this communication chasm by providing a packet-based multimodal network that is both geographically diverse and highly immersive in all types of media. Avaya is changing the game with a revolutionary new concept in handling contacts: the Persistent Contextual Collaborative Conference. Inbound emergency callers are centrally anchored in a collaborative conference. The call taker that is most appropriate is then assigned and bridged to that session conference. Specialized application sequencing is then used to engage advanced call treatment and provide additional information such as GIS mapping based on the contextual specific incident data received with the call. Historical data and recordings are now centrally managed to provide complete cradle-to-grave reporting and archival. Avaya has been providing advanced contact center functionality for some of the world's largest call centers for decades. Understanding call flow and contextual information is in the DNA of our contact center products. We know how to communicate and collaborate. Simply stated, our mission is to enable public safety and next-generation emergency networks to excel by making collaboration intuitive and relevant, allowing spontaneous decisions for citizens needing help while connecting them to the resources that can help them. The Avaya collaboration portfolio is delivered via an end-to-end SIP-based architecture with three key layers. The infrastructure layer, which generally line of business and users don't care about. They care about the services, applications, and devices, not about how plumbing and networks that get them those services. At the user layer, which matters to everyone. And at the public safety layer, which enables public safety to drive new capabilities. So how does Avaya deliver each layer? Well, frequently, we start with the infrastructure layer, because this is where substantial savings can be hand in hand with consolidating services by the ability to centralize the core communications applications into a single location, making it easier to administer and manage. By reducing the footprint of hardware, leveraging our virtualized networking, or VNA, and our virtualized Avaya Aura collaborative platforms. Quite often, this is a great starting point for a public safety collaboration journey, as savings created here may pay for investments in other areas. The Avaya Flare experience brings value to public safety in terms of productivity, bringing the power of all kinds of communications to the fingertips and enabling people to communicate easily and effectively. And then finally, our ACE portfolio enables us to integrate and sequence in applications from a wide variety of sources. It enables us to write adapters and connectors to Microsoft, IBM, as well as specialized applications in public safety. such as GIS mapping or the emergency notification application, used to notify citizens during a disaster. Whatever the application may be, we can use our ACE development toolkit to integrate into the core of our infrastructure and deliver to the fingertips of the emergency call taker, so those applications can be easily leveraged in providing the appropriate response. Public safety trusts Avaya because we're strong, stable, and growing. With 19,000 employees in 54 countries and nearly 10,000 channel partners worldwide, we have labs in Australia, Canada, Germany, India, Israel, Japan, Singapore, the US, and the UK, with 32 global delivery and support centers, giving us the largest global installed base. Avaya is investing in R&D with over 5,400 patents or patents pending, and is environmentally sound with a network that is 40% more energy efficient than any other network. More than 1 million businesses worldwide rely on Avaya, including the top 10 hotel groups, over 16,000 retail sites, the top 20 airlines, more than 5,500 healthcare institutions, and nearly 5,000 educational institutions, government agencies in more than 25 countries, and every Fortune 100 manufacturing company, as well as 70% of the largest banks. Diverse environments can create challenges. Diverse geographies, cultures, languages, changing demographics, rural and urban municipalities, and diverse backgrounds demand complex solutions in a public safety environment. Today, communications are just as diverse and also require specialized handling. The public wants to communicate with public safety using the same devices they use for their normal day-to-day conversations, and that includes wireline and wireless, voice over IP, social media, enterprise-optimized callers, and who knows what's next. The next-generation emergency call handling platforms from Avaya provide public safety answer points and control rooms better capabilities for serving diverse populations, routing callers in need to appropriate resources based upon context. People with disabilities, people who have volunteered pertinent health information, people from varying cultures, primary language, and previous call history. In addition to callers, there are new sources of information available in the next generation emergency network. Vehicle crash telemetry information, environmental sensors, intelligent video surveillance, security systems, and enterprise environmental systems. The next-generation emergency services platforms from Avaya bring all of the information together between the callers and public safety. Let us help you start planning your migration to next-generation emergency services with cost-effective, energy-efficient, resilient solutions for both voice and data. This has been Next Generation Emergency Services, connecting people in need with the resources that can help. I'm Mark Fletcher, Avaya's Product Line Manager for Emergency Services. Thanks for listening.